Well, hello, Cancer gang. If you have Cancer in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and you are looking at new romantic opportunities, this reading is for you. The first part of the reading, we are going to do a general reading for you. The second part, we are going to look at options that may be coming in and, things that you want to look out for, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I call it, right? Okay, if you don't know this, I have revamped personal readings, and that information is in the description box below this video. And I have made those a lot more financially feasible for you guys, the way that I redid my way that I'm doing personal readings, okay? So you might want to check that out in the description box. There's also a lot of useful information, links to some playlists that are on my channel that are really, really helpful, I believe, in your walk, okay? And you can also see how to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, okay? So I really like that, you guys are doing that too. That really is great. Okay, so let's get to the first part of the reading, okay? Cancer singles or Cancers that are looking for new opportunities. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Cancer gang. All right. Well, kind of interesting. You have earth and water. You have Taurus energy. You have fire, water, and earth and Virgo energy. Okay, let's talk strong soul connections all day long, because you have definitely had your experience with that intense soul connection. My condolences, because I think there have been some heartbreaks that had to do with this thing. Let's talk about the past, all right? I don't know where you are on this timeline. You could be anywhere. We're just going to move from, point A to point B to point C. Okay, so it starts out with an imbalance in probably somebody was really out of balance in their life and overly focused on, many of them, their job, but it could have been anything. I think many of you were in a long-term commitment with this person, 10 of Cups, and there was a lot of happiness and emotion here, no doubt. But it went by the wayside. Hierophant reversed. Divorce all day long. Current energy. Let's talk about this thing, okay? 4 of Wands reversed, 2 of Cups reversed, 6 of Cups reversed. It's almost like a timeline. Again, the 4 of Wands can speak to something coming to an end. A strong soul connection going by the wayside, and the 2 of Cups in the reverse as well, okay? And those can also speak to unrequited love, where still hung up on things and not being able to get past it energetically. Your person may have moved on, but you didn't. I kind of get that for you, and it really left you feeling stuck and really, really had a hard time working through all of this, okay? So let's see. Okay, I know what I was going to say next. Okay, but you do work through it. And this is in your current energy, so this is kind of midway through this timeline, okay? 6 of Cups in reverse is all about having worked through your baggage and ready for the next phase. So you're headed towards really good things, and let's talk about this, okay? You got the Hermit card here, the 7 of Pentacles. Both of those now are in reverse, but you got the 6 of Wands in the upright, okay? So this speaks to some challenges here. I think in your healing process, I think impatience is really a key thing for you. And let me tell you why I think that. And I get it. I think you feel like you'll never get over this thing. Like, oh my God. And look, I get it. I have walked this path right here. And, it's kind of like there are days where you feel like you take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But at the end of the day, if you will just be patient and stay the course and trust the process on things and understand that if you do that, there may be days like what I just described, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, but there are going to be many more days where it's 4 steps forward, maybe a half a step back, okay? Does that make sense? When you're healing, and that is a part of raising your vibration. But anytime you're healing and working on manifestation and, raising your own vibration, it is not where you just ascend like this. No. That would be all too perfect. No, it feels kind of like a roller coaster, okay? And I have many times described it like this, but honestly, it's probably more like this. Where it's just, there are times you feel like you are on a freaking roller coaster. Like, will I ever get off? Will this ride ever end. You know, have you ever been on a, you know, a carnival ride, you know, where you were miserable because you realized you had bitten off more than you could chew? Well, you know, here it's kind of the same feel like, will this ever end? Will I ever get over this? Will I ever get off the crazy train? Okay, it does feel like the crazy train. That's exactly how it feels. Okay, Cancer. So I think many of you are getting impatient. Okay, and that's why these cards came up in the reverse. But at the end of the day, be reminded. Okay, and this is one of my favorite cards. You are a warrior and a winner, and you are going to work through this thing. Okay. And you will attract somebody who is very high vibrational. And this is the card of being a warrior and a winner. It's what you're going to become and what you're likely to attract, okay? Because like attracts like, okay? It's just that simple. And so I understand how you feel. I get the back and forth. I do. I see that in the cards. It's clear as a bell to me, the path that many of you guys are on. And if I had, you know, I would be absolutely lying to you if I said I don't understand every step of the journey. Certainly everybody's situation is different. But that crazy train feeling that you're feeling right now, where you feel like you're never going to get over this thing and you're never going to be able to let go, I get it. But you know what? Have hope, because you will. Trust the process. Keep the long range. And don't be afraid, and understand that slow and steady, and not rushing yourself and not rushing this healing process and being patient with yourself is what's going to give you abundance and a big fat win. Okay. And here you have it. Okay. So let's do this. Let's now, for those of you who are interested in what new opportunities you may need to know about, the good, the bad, and the ugly is the part, this is the part of the reading I'm starting to refer to as the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? And this is where we tell you what traits to look out for. Red lights, caution lights, red flags, and green lights, okay? They're all out there for many people. We don't look so much at how many options you may or may not have, okay? But just traits to be mindful of as you make intuitively led decisions in regarding potential romantic connections. Okay, let's take a look, Cancer gang. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. That one came out. We're going to take it. I like it too. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, Cancer. Okay. All right. So, you got some good. You got some less than good. We're going to talk about that. I'm running out of space here, so I'm just going to have to do this. Y'all are just going to have to bear with me. All right. So let's talk about the zodiac signs first. We'll throw those out, and then we will talk shop after that and dissect this thing, okay? But okay, Leo, fire, air, Capricorn, water, Gemini, Aquarius, earth, and earth. Okay. Don't know how many options may be out there, but you know, I'm going to save the good ones for last, okay? Beware of people coming at you out of loneliness that have not worked through their stuff, okay? All right. Beware of somebody who is argumentative and divisive, okay? That's another thing you want to be mindful of. This is unrequited love, too. So don't chase people that aren't interested in you. I kind of get that. I never get that with that card, but for some reason that just came out, so take it. Somebody needed to hear it. All right, let's talk about vulnerability and when it is appropriate to become vulnerable with this Four of Pentacles, okay? This is a person that is overly guarded, okay? Now, there is a healthy skepticism and, you know, critical thinking involved whenever you are considering romantic connections, okay? Certainly. And there is a point in time where you're not going to allow yourself to be vulnerable because you want to get to know a person, right? But then, you know, at a certain point in time, there is a point where if a person is a viable connection who has worked through their stuff and healthy, then they will be able to become vulnerable, okay? Beware of those that cannot, okay? That got walls, you know, from here to the clouds, okay? Yeah, that. And they're not going to break them down for anybody, okay? Beware of that one, okay? Beware of somebody in victim mode, okay, that's really kind of hung up on a past debacle, okay? That one too. Now, this one can go either way. All right, this devil card is probably, and mostly by the wayside, this is probably a self-indulgent individual, probably coming at you for a booty call and nothing more. And they may or may not tell you, because sometimes these individuals can be deceptive. This is what requires the use of intuition. And this is why regular energy work is so important. That is how you can discern the voice of your intuition. Okay, you cannot evaluate romantic opportunities, but if you're doing it, and trust and believe, I have gone down this path both ways, you know, intuitively led and not so much at all. Okay, kind of blind as a bat. The difference is I would follow hook, line, and sinker for these ones in the past. And now, you know, it's like somebody wrote it on the wall in 2 feet 2 feet tall letters on my wall, and I see it just that clearly. And it's nothing personal, but it's just, you know, me moving along and saying, okay, well, this is not for me, you know, this isn't what I'm manifesting right now. So thank you, but no, not so much. Queen of Wands, cutting things out that don't serve, you know. But this is actually a good card, but I had to pull it up, okay? This is a high vibrational person, very busy, dynamic, probably physically attractive with a lot of passion, but very happy and very cheerful, okay? Very balanced, okay? I like this one. And, you know, I'm not reading gender, so don't take it that way. I'm reading energies of who might be coming in. All right, a person who has healed from a lot, okay? Both of these cards, the Star card and the Strength card, are very, very telling cards, okay, this. Let me tell you why. These are both actually highly spiritual cards, and let me tell you why. But hold on, I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about the Strength card and the Star card. All right. These are people who have worked through their past in a very mature, responsible way and have become a very viable romantic partner, potentially, okay? A person with a lot of optimism and a lot of hope that offers better days ahead with a lot of spiritual muscle and courage. And this may be a couple of options, or it may be one, okay? All right, this may all be the same thing, and this one may be the same, okay? But here's what I like about this Two of Swords when it comes up in reverse. First of all, this is roadways opening up. Somebody who's worked through their stuff many times, once again. Now, the person that comes in is going to very possibly have differing viewpoints, but it's not stuff that's like deal breakers, okay? That things that are, you know, where they have views that are highly different from something that you are very passionate about. It's not going to be that kind of a disagreeing kind of thing. It is going to be the thing that makes the relationship and the connection actually interesting and fun. Many times that can speak to differing interests. Like, okay, this person is, I mean, I'm just going to throw out, you know, hypotheticals. This person is a college football fan, and, you know, I am a person who, I like to get out and hike. But you know what? You know, I kind of enjoy watching football with this person. And you know what? I kind of enjoy taking nature hikes with this person. Sometimes, you know, it kind of makes things interesting, you know. One person is a horse person and one person is a, you know, person in a NASCAR. I mean, I'm just throwing out possibilities. The other possibility when that card comes up is this. Many times when that card comes up, it can speak to kind of a soulmate type of thing in this way. Because, where you're strong, they're not as strong, like skills, and vice versa. So in other words, like if you're like me and you're not so much of a handy person around the house, but you're really good with finances, okay, because I'm an accountant by trade, many of you know that. If you're really good with finances, but you're not so great with like mechanical stuff and, you know, handyman stuff and stuff like that, okay, or you don't like yard work, but you know, you like housework. You know, this person is going to not be so great at managing their finances. Not that they're financially irresponsible. That's not what I'm saying. But they just, you know, need help with, you know, they just kind of forget to pay their bills or whatever. And they may be a day or two late. Not overly so, but you know what I'm saying. Not irresponsible. Not like that. But, you know, probably didn't have a clue how much money they got in the bank. That kind of thing, right? But they're like super handy around the house. Nothing they can't fix. Okay, that's the kind of dynamic I'm talking about. it brings a synergy, and synergy, if you've never heard that word, kind of like what that word means is the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. In other words, 1 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, does that make sense? So, and if you're curious, Google that word. It's a pretty interesting word. It kind of has some roots in the business world, but certainly can relate to, you know, friendship dynamics, family dynamics, and of course romantic connections as well. Okay. But this one that's coming in, I think is a good, strong soulmate, good, strong soul connection for many of you. That's kind of what I see from the cards that we just discussed, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to pull you guys some Moonology, Cancer game. Some Moonology for you. Okay. I like this. You remember the first part of this reading where we talked about all the heartbreak and the roller coaster. It's coming to an end. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Capricorn energy for what it's worth, okay? Don't let pride get in your way. I don't know what this is about, but, you know, Leo energy. And I think we pulled Leo energy, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay, we sure did. Some of you, it's time to get busy taking action, fixing you, taking action on whatever. Maybe we're talking a job opportunity here. And I know this is a love reading, but, you know, just take this for however it may apply. Aries energy, okay? And let's see. I want to get some quotes for you from my, these are 3x5 cards that I made that speak to my soul, and I love the quotes here. And I write them down and add to this as I run across things that really speak to my heart, okay? All right. I love this. This is Robert Frost. Many of you know he is a fantastic poet and my favorite. Okay, I also like Poe a lot, but I really, really love Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. There you go. That's from a poem that he wrote, okay? He has another poem called Stopping by Woods in a Snowy Evening, and if you can read that and not understand that that is talking about weighing the responsibilities of life versus not going back and dealing with, you know, things, that's what that's about. Just talking about it, I get chills. That speaks to the depths of my soul. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Check it out. But okay, I want to read this to you. This is a conversation between your mind, heart, and your soul. Okay? Mind, ego. You know we failed, right? Heart. And we are allowed to start again. Soul. And again, if we have to. I love this. This has been coming up a lot. And it makes me think of a meme that I have on my phone. And it says, and I just got up one more time. I also have one that says, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Yep. You got this. Okay, Cancer gang, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure you got those notifications set properly. And hit me up for a personal reading if you like, okay? Thank you all so, so much for the likes and comments. It truly, truly blesses me more than I can put into words. Thank you.